is Eggy Drago. I am the cream of the crop. I am the yolk on top. It was in early 2024 that I decided to go to an idol show in Japan on a whim because my graduated VTuber Oshi really liked idols. Needless to say, I got hooked. I think we like idols. After I met and talked to two English-speaking idols there, Hyria, Haigumi, I realized every single idol has a story, be it why they chase this dream, their ups and downs, and even their future after all this. And that's what I'm here to do, to give idols around the world a spotlight beyond the stage and a place to tell their story. Every idol has a dream and a story to tell. This is IDOLEYEZ.
Here comes a new challenger!
Representing one half of the Australian rave idol group Sour Candy, Bibi joins the show to talk about her idol journey. All eyes on me. IDOLEYEZ, episode 85. Bibi. Oh, okay. I am.
Hello.
Hello, everybody. I am the cream of the crop. I am the yolk on top. This is Mighty Eggy Drago. And this is IDOLEYEZ, episode 85 with our guest for tonight. She is one half of the Australian group from North South Wales, Sour Candy. She
Hello.
is a veteran cosplayer. She is a crucial part of the anti-rave scene. This is Bibi. Bibi.
Hello. Oh, I can't take anything to save my life. I'm like, crucial part. I'm like,
Hello.
veteran cosplay. I'm here.
But yeah, hello, Bibi. How are you on this morning? Morning
Wait,
there,
wait,
evening here.
And I haven't had a coffee yet.
Oh no.
I'm only allowed 2 a day. I've got to make it work.
But yeah, I mean, let's explain how you got here, which was I posted my bucket list of guests to have on IDOLEYEZ, and then I was like eating lunch with my family, and then I got a DM from you. I got a DM from you, and you were like, hang on, I'll just read it verbatim. I think you were like, no Sour Candy? Question mark? Oh, that's a group account. But yeah,
Don't
you were
understand
like,
why.
you were like, hang on, no Sour Candy, and then I put in writing emoji, and then you did explain like who you guys were. I did partially know you guys like way before for a little bit, but yeah, I guess like the courage to actually just DM me and say who you are and like say why you wanted to be on the show is like pretty awesome, because like usually it's the other way around. So I'm like, yeah, you'll be on the show. I remember, who was it? Cassie Sama did that. Cassie Sama DM'd me, and I'm like, yeah, you'll be on the show.
Yes.
Why not? Yeah.
That'd be a good DM. You don't try and go for things, you won't get them.
But yeah, I mean, welcome to the show. It's been a while since we had someone from the Sydney idol scene. I think we had Juju from Himizu on, I think way before I took hiatus. I think that was like December or November, but yeah, quite a long way from that. And now we are here. And might as well start things off with a question that I usually ask everyone is, who or what got you into idol culture / shape-up culture?
I would attribute it to, I started off ages ago doing like filming like K-pop dances on TikTok.
Oh.
And then there's an event in Wollongong that Cosplay Society and the Game Society like run together, and then they were like, oh, we need performers, and like sometimes they used to have like idol performers. It's like, we need performers, we've seen your TikToks, they're really good, do something. And I was like, oh, literally in that way. I was like, I'm not sure. Like, I only do like small dances and then like post them to TikTok. I'm not sure if I'm the person for this. And they're like, no, we've seen your dances, you're good. And I was like, oh, okay. And so I did it. I did a 15-minute set. I think it was 3 songs. And it was funny because like a lot of different Muse members were in the audience.
See, do you remember like what songs you did?
I did Oompa Oompa by Red Velvet. So I started with a K-pop song because I was just like, I love Red Velvet, I love Blackpink. And so I did that one. I did Colorful X Melody, and then I did Lucky Orb Miku, which is like the Lucky Orb song became like it's like one of my special songs. That was the first one I ever learned. Like out of all of the ones that I did do, I like did Lucky Orb first, and like I just absolutely adore that song. And then I did it again at like my first like solo birthday live. So yeah, I would say it's that because like before that I hadn't done a lot, and I was kind of like I'd seen Love Live, and like I'm a big Nijigasaki girl though. So that's when like later on I finally got like super into like Love Live Idol anime. But yeah, it was just kind of accidental. I was filming TikToks of K-pop dancers in my bedroom, and then someone was like, "Get on a stage," and I was like, "I'm going."
Was that
I
the
did
first?
it. It was so much fun.
Was that like the first time you performed on stage?
As an idol, like performing, yes. Before that, I had done like other stuff. So I like grew up in theater. So like I've been on the stage before. I'm very accustomed to it. It was I'd never done anything that wasn't theater though. So like musicals, yes. Regular just stage shows, yeah. But doing songs that were like K-pop and J-pop or like it was like a time I had to try and learn 3 dances. I'd never done 3 full-length dances before, and so like I was terrified. I was stressing absolutely before the thing came, and then I had all my friends have like Bibi Moon cosplay signs in the audience. I was like, "Oh, I like this. We're still doing this. Let's go."
So when was it? I would assume it'd be like 2019 if Muse members were
Yeah.
there. I see. Gotcha.
It was a long time ago. Pudding was the MC.
Oh.
Yeah.
So 2019, you performed on stage. Little bit of a gap between that and then also, I mean, creating Sour Candy. So was there any idol related stuff that you did in between that?
There was like work in progress things that never like I think the period between that and Sour Candy was really just finding what we were going to do or who we wanted to be. Like we never really had a plan properly until like Sour Candy. And even then, like Sour Candy was born from a concept that was like slightly executed. And then we're like, okay, I think this is it. This is what we're going to do. And then like went full speed ahead.
Sure.
There's like a very, very early Jinx solo live when she first started because I pushed her to do it. And there's like, that's like the debut of Sour Candy. It had a whole different logo. But yeah.
Jumping a little bit before that, you talked about Nijigasaki. When did you like actually get really into? I mean, like Sour Candy's like set list has a lot of EDM idol or Chica idol. When did you like first get into that?
I want to say I got really into it probably the second year of Sour Candy. I think for the first year it was still sitting very Vocaloid-y, and so like a lot of the songs we're doing were either like the first song we ever sung as a group was Believe Again by Saint Snow. So like we started in like Love Live songs and Vocaloid, and then I think the year after I was more familiar with finding groups, and then I found Tenrin, and I was very much a big fan of Tenrin. And then Square Ninjas, they go by 2 different names. It's either Square Ninjas Dog or Square Ninjas no Inu. And they had like this really cool cybery sound to their music, and like a lot of their song names are just like like reboot. Like they all have singularity. It's all like a cybery kind of feeling. And I was like, oh. And so then I kind of just like a rabbit hole, and then I spend hours just digging. That's how I found like Europedelic when I first found them. I think they had like it was in the hundreds to 300s of like listeners on Spotify, and like I was like, ha 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 ha, I love you, I'm obsessed with you, and then yeah, it was I just keep doing that. Like I'll just go like now I'm just like almost religiously on YouTube, just like looking for any idol like recommended video that pops up, but like in terms of like music that I would listen to, like for Sour Candy, we tend to pick songs for the brand. That usually fits the ones that I like, um, because we want Sour Candy to have a very distinct sound. So when you hear a song, I want people to be able to like, oh, that's a Sour Candy song. They should perform this. It sounds like them. Like we've had people like send us songs like, oh, I get Sour Candy from this. I'm like, it's working. So like sometimes there's songs that we both like or one of us likes that's like, this is a great song, but it's not a Sour Candy song. And like Europedelic was probably like my peak of like any kind of idol music, really, really being obsessed with it. As soon as I find Europedelic, I was like, these are the loves of my life. Everything makes sense now. I now need to cover every single one of their songs. But yeah.
Gotcha. I mean, yeah. While like looking for B-roll for the intro, I did watch like the very most recent video on your YouTube channel, which was I think where you performed that. I'm pretty sure. Yeah.
Yeah, I think I want to guess that like Tadahoshi or Froggy Rave is one of the last ones. Yeah, we get a lot of requests / demands to perform Noah's Ark, and there's like we do Noah's Ark, Next Level, Cosmos, Cyberdelic Fighter. Jinx, correct me if I've missed any. Like we at any opportunity will perform a Europedelic song. We were in the car last weekend on the way back from volleyball, and I'm like, we need to pick another Europedelic song. We need to add another one to the rep.
I mean, I like having that on the starting soon screen. Yeah, it is a. I mean, like it is why. I mean, it's why it's on there. It's pretty addicting. So
yeah.
I
I love songs that are like very energetic and like intense. I don't think we do cute very well.
I mean,
so like
good try.
We've done cute stuff in the past. I just think we both prefer to be like, we like to feel powerful and strong. I think for us being on stage is like, we want to feel strong, powerful, energetic, and that's all like very punchy things. And like for us, when we do like cutesy, and we will be doing cutesy stuff for Neku Nation, it just feels out of place for us. We're like, ah, we're idol stepping, we're cute, but we want to like jump and scream and punch. Yeah.
Slightly devolving from that, or like moving away from that, I do want to ask, where did you get your stage name from?
Oh yeah. So my name is Bibi. Everyone work Bibi. And follow Bibi. Friends Bibi. Yeah.
Gotcha. I mean, yeah, there's a lot of idols that usually like have a nickname as, or like their real name that is just shortened to their nickname. So I'm like, okay. I mean, sometimes I have to ask because, you know, maybe there's like a interesting backstory, but yeah.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Bibi everywhere.
All right. Moving into Sour Candy origins, since we did talk about like your first time performing on stage as an idol, might as well talk about Sour Candy. So starting things off, how did you first meet Jinx?
So I've known Jinx for at least a millennia now. We went to high school together. Hilariously, we were in different, like same year, just different friendship groups. So we knew of each other, we didn't know each other. And then like a bunch of years outside of high school, I can't even remember now. I saw that she did cosplay, and I was like, oh, I'm doing cosplay now too. And I just DM'd DM'd her, slid into the DMs, guilty. And I was like, 3 years out, okay. I DM'd her and I was like, hey, I'm gonna go to this convention. Do you wanna like, we can go like on a halves on a hotel together. We can like spend the weekend together. It'll be fun. And then Jinx was like, hell yeah, let's do it. And we're like, we haven't spoken in like years. like, what if this is just like a really awkward experience? And we were just like in the car, and, like from the second like we were in the car together because we like drove to the con too. We were just like nonstop talking. Like it was just vibes, and we were like, yeah, this is great. And then it was just like from then on, we were just there together.
So with that, just reuniting with a someone from high school. So
Mm.
with that, how did you first form Sour Candy? With that,
Jinx would say it was forced upon her. I would also say the same. So I DM'd her and I was like, aha, guess what? You're in an idol group. Your color's green, by her favorite color's green, so it was fine.
oh, okay, just forcing a random
Force a
color,
color
but like,
yeah, no. I knew she liked green. And I was like, yeah, you're just in an idol group now. She's like, what? I'm like, yep, let's go. Like, to be fair, we had, like, jokes aside, we had gone to, I can't remember what con it was. Might have been a Smash or earlier. We went to the stage to watch the idol performers, and Secret True was performing, and they're doing Yokeiro Vivier from Wasata, and I was just like, yep, this is it. I want to be there. That looks phenomenal. It was so much fun and so much like high energy. And then like Jinx had the exact same thing of like, yeah, that's sick. And then we just together just kept doing it.
so where did like the name Sour Candy come from?
So Sour Candy, I, as a very big fan of Blackpink, and I like K-pop, and like Red Velvet does the same thing, is the Blackpink concept. They don't do it anymore, but when they did, it was the pink was the cute side, and so they did stuff like As If It's Your Last, and then the black is like do where it's like more intense. They're like strong, powerful women, and then like cute kind of stuff, and they're supposed to do both. And I was like, I really like that. That's like cool because it gives you the opportunity to have strong branding without confusing people. And everyone will know I'm a big fan of branding because as a graphic designer, it's what I do. So like everything for me always comes back to that. And so I was like, oh, I really love this ability of flexibility whilst it's like built into the concept. And I was like, oh, but like, what would our Blackpink / Red Velvet be? And then I was like, well, Jinx is green and I'm pink. And then I was like, oh, Sour Candy. It's fun. It's like candy is cute and it's pink, and then like sour is like edgy and cool and like punky, and like over time it turned into something that made more sense and like developed what it is today. But at the start it was like cute songs, sweet idol, and then we do like edgier rock songs, and then that way we could do both. And there was like a member that like with their concept represented Sour Candy of it coming together.
Yeah, usually like that's like the first time hearing a group do like a dual concept, like sour, like you guys, like Blackpink or Red Velvet. Speaking of Red Velvet, there's there's a Red Velvet poster that has been on there. It's like the RBB poster that I got for pre-ordering. It has been like falling off. I've been too lazy to like stick it back up, but it's been falling off for like the past, I'm pretty sure a year. But yeah.
I had one of like the Twice for their mall concert that was just like, wee. I was like, no.
But yeah,
so it was, yeah, we like flexibility and we like to be able to do a lot without like, you've got to always consider your audience, and like just because you like something, they might come to a show expecting this is Sour Candy. If we give them something that's not that, it can make it harder for them to connect with you, because then they're like, oh, this isn't what I thought you did. So we wanted to make sure it was always clear that we can do both. Yeah.
With that, did you have like any like goals that you were dead set on achieving when you first formed that group? The group.
I don't think. Oh, okay. I'd probably say at that point was like our debut show. We wanted to host our own show. At that point, that was the big thing for us. Because I'd obviously started during COVID, so there was like 0 performances, and then there was performances without an audience, and then there was we're finally in front of an audience. And so like we did an obscene amount of shows, like almost one every single weekend, and sometimes like both Saturday and Sunday. Like we were, Sour Candy was at every single Thai event. It was a running joke. And so we had all in that been like, if we do enough shows, yeah, multiple a day too. If we do multiple shows, hopefully like in that span of time, we can grow our community and our audience, be able to host our own show. Cause that was kind of like the big thing for us. It's like, if you can host your own show and have an audience, you've made it. And so we're like, okay, we're gonna do that. That's our goal. Let's host our own show. And like, it's gonna be the whole thing of Sour Candy, as opposed to just like, because at that stage we'd only ever been guests to anything. So like seeing like these bigger groups that host their own things, I'm like, oh, that's so cool. I will do that.
We'll talk about that a little bit later, live downloaded. But before that, since it was you two, Jinx and Bibi, did you ever decide on like planning on adding more people or just keeping it just a duo?
No.
No.
It'll be birth as Sour Candy, Jinx and Bibi. It will die as Bibi and Jinx and Sour Candy. We are, I think what makes Jinx and I so perfect as a duo is that we're not it's funny because I think some people think that we hate each other sometimes, but we're like, we're sisters, and you know how you have a sibling, so you just jab at them for fun. We have that like hilarious kind of sibling energy between us, and so like we make jokes, but like what's great about us is that we're both completely honest with each other. There's no feeling or need to like sugarcoat anything. So we understand that like if one of us is done, we'd have a conversation and be like, look, this is where we're at. This is what I'm considering, whether it's like, I don't want to be an idol anymore. Then like both of us are like, great. If that's where it is, that's where we're at. Then we post a big disbanding show, graduation, and like we go out together. Like it's not like I would never in any universe consider replacing me or Jinx in Sour Candy. I just don't think it'd be the same. I think when the concept is so heavily built around us as individuals, not so much, it's not like a name and then any idols can come in. It's like the name is us. So as soon as you take us out of it, it's not Sour Candy anymore. Like, so like I would want it to go the same way it started, with the same two members. We built this. We will die with this.
Yeah, I remember I had Tea Time. They're a SoCal idol duo. I asked them like if they wanted to add new members to the group, and they're like, no, just the two of us, that's it. So I do get it.
Your duos are usually like interlinked. It's like there's only the two of you. You have to love each other. You stick by each other to the end.
So concept down. You got two people in the group.
Mm-hmm.
I guess like technically your very first performance. I mean, like, wait, timeline. Just to clarify, you guys post the performance, like in the performance MV. That was the very first like video on your YouTube. That was like the very first thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
You post that, and then Willow's birthday live. Was that after or before that?
That was after.
After.
So I remember the order of which it's like weird because it was like we knew we were doing that performance before we even did that video. So like Jinx and I had gone to Fable's debut, and like at that show at the end when we're getting checky, Willow was like, we're gonna have Sour Candy, and we're like, okay. So like at that point we were just a post. But yeah, I love all of them so much, so like we already had relationships with them, and then in that like break we then was like still putting our own stuff out in the meantime, and then did the show.
Gotcha. So how was performing? I assume that was like the very first time technically performing in front of an audience, but like not an audience, you know, no audience live, but whatever.
Yeah.
You get what I mean.
It was odd and amazing at the same time, because obviously being able to kind of be platformed by Fable is like a godsend. And then you also have just that entire lineup for that show was just crazy. Like you had CTIP as well. So like being the group in that kind of atmosphere area was just like insane. We were like, we shouldn't be here. We're not good enough. But it was so much fun. It was weird because obviously you don't have the cheers and the energy from the crowd. So you just have like the idols who aren't performing to like the corner. The like cameras here and they're like here, like yippee. Like we just needed like a sound button that had cheers every now and again just to like get the vibe. But it was like it was great because one, the like camera quality was amazing, so we were like, oh, we can watch this back and it looks really good. But it was nice, I think, in a way, because I think a lot of people have to have like, and especially now, like the newer gen idols, that their first shows are usually like in front of a lot of people, and like I think that's really intimidating. And we kind of had like a soft entrance to it all, because like we went from having no audiences, so we kind of got to do like a dress rehearsal. Right. So we're like, we had the costume, we had the energy, so we felt more comfortable the next time when we were finally in a crowd. It's like, oh, okay, we've done the thing, we understand like where the stage is, this is where the audience would be, and this is kind of how we have to interact. And so it's like, oh, we got this chance to practice, and now we're in front of an audience, because the audience part just changes the fears. Once there's people actively staring at you.
Segueing into that, your very first live with an audience was Lost in the Matrix, which was Spark's event, right?
Yep. It was their debut show. I did the logo. It was so much fun, because we're just kind of in a group all with Sunny and a few other idols, and then I was like, can Sal, and Sunny was like trying to help them organize it, like how to run it. And yeah, it was just like, and Sour Candy, you can be a part of it. And I was like, yep. Jinx, we're in a show, just FYI. She's like, huh? I'm like, I'll tell you later. Yeah, it was like a lot of fun. We got to do Luca Luca Night Fever, which is a bot. We did that as a big collab song. And yeah, we performed, I can't remember, Idolin No Circus, we really love, and keep trying to like find a way to bring it back. And that was the first time as idols we sung in front of an audience, so that's when we did the Believe again. We're trying to bring that one back again. But yeah, it was a lot of fun, because I think at that stage we were like, just get us in front of a crowd, please. We've been here, we've done it, we just want the audience to see us. But it's like, it's so hard to grow. Like usually growing your community works so much easier when, if there's a Taiwan and it's 6 groups, you've got 6 groups audience, and like maybe some of them coincide with your sound. They're like, oh, maybe if I like this group's similar in a way, I'll like this group. Right. But if you're never in front of an audience, you're just like almost like cold calling people. To be like, probably not the term. Like you've only got social media to reach like people that haven't interacted with you at all. So it's a lot harder to try to establish Sour Candy at the start. That's why when we finally could do shows, we just did them all.
I do remember like parsing through the IG. It was like you did the Idol Sona showcase, and I like randomly Ria's old group was there. Tokyo Oiran, sorry, was just like what? But like I assume like because of like the lockdown and everything, you just had to like do whatever. So like just send in performance video to just the showcase, just to get the word out. We there's been so many times. We have a really funny photo there, like in the backlogs of just there's like a TV behind me, because I had like a room set up with like a giant flat screen TV, and like there was like we had like a video call between Jinx and I, and we would learn dances through video calls. And so like there's a photo of me with my phone like and Jinx was like in the background. So like there was a really long period of Sour Candy where we were learning dances through just FaceTime with each other, because at that stage we just couldn't be in the same room. And so I heard it was just the funniest thing to like to see that photo and be like, man, we used to have practices in like 2 different houses through the web. It's like usually we're just like always at that stage we're like 3 minutes away from each other. So like it was just always easy to go to practice. Well, at least we don't have to deal with that anymore. I mean,
So,
like lockdown sucked for everyone involved,
oh
especially
yeah.
the idol community. So,
Mhm.
so Willow's birthday live, Lost in the Matrix, and then guess might as well talk about your official debut show, which was live downloaded.
Yes.
So how did the both of you prepare for that?
Um, I'm very type A, so I'm the organizer, admin, manager. And so a lot of it was me stressing a lot. I love a good spreadsheet, so the spreadsheets were my savior. My spreadsheets today are like they're peak. There's like if you add like a song length, it like adjusts the entire like show length.
Oh
So you
wow.
can see like part for part. So that way you can like work out how much is showtime, how much is MC, how much do we need to break it. Brilliant. Because then when I'm like, oh, if I want to add this song here and then add this song here, but take this one out, it's just like, this is how long your show is. And I'm like, oh, no math. We had one of those. I had one, and Pudding helped a lot there. In the early days, Pudding was like, here's a spreadsheet for this, here's a spreadsheet. And like, Pudding did all of our ticket sales as well. So like, they were tracking all that information for us. So like, we had like a lot of support, which was really, really amazing. Of like people doing their part to help us succeed. And then of course we had our much loved CTRP, who were our guests and are like from like then onwards and like before they were like our sister group. And like we've referred to each other as our sister group. It's amazing that they were a part of it as well. As soon as I asked them, like, you need to be the ones that are here. And then thankfully they came along and we got to do a collab song as well. But yeah, it was I designed the costumes. Jinx, like I always do to her, I send her a drawing in a dream and I say, good luck, have fun. And then Jinx has to make it. But Jinx is fantastic at what she does, so she whips that shit up and I'm like, yes. I'm like, ah, this is the dream, thank you very much. And so I'm bad. I send her a new costume like every couple of months. But yeah, she made outfits. So Jinx was in charge of making outfits. I did all of our graphics. They were some of my most proud graphics because I figured out how to have like hex 3D hologram like revert like go around our bodies with us like standing in the middle. And then I had like a also I overwhelmed myself for this show because I really wanted everything to be perfect. So Jinx did costumes, which is a lot, and then all like we had like solos at the show and then the entire set list. So Jinx was focusing on all that, and then I did my dances as well, but did all of the graphics, the like event management side of it, and we had decorations. That was fun. But then we also had this like 2-minute 30 intro video that's like a fully animated sequence. I think it's still on our YouTube. At the start of live downloaded. And so I decided if we're a cyberpunk group, I'm going through the effort of like animating this entire intro. And so it basically explains a bit of the lore of sour candy. And that kind of became a bit of a tradition where at every single show, and I kind of hate it because it's so much work to do. I was like up until I don't even think I slept that night, to be honest. I think I was finishing it at 4 a.m. and exporting it. And then it kept crashing because it was that heavy of like a render. And then I rendered it. It went out at 4 a.m. I slept, and then by 6 a.m. I had to wake up.
Oh my god.
So it was just like stress central for me. But it's cute because I made there's like a 3D, it's like a cityscape, and then like in the background building there's like a CTRP on like a billboard, and then there's like sharks swimming through towers, and then like a giant llama walking through. And so it's like supposed to be because we in our story there's like a sour candy exists as AI idols in like a cyberpunk universe. So like Detroit Become Human, probably like the esque of idols being created to bring joy and perform, but like in our lore it was like but they were evil in a way that they were supposed to like control people and use like performances to manipulate people and like make them obsessed with you so they do whatever you want. And we were like, no, we don't want to do that. We're gonna break free from the evil corporation. And so like the video just had like newspaper articles in it about the law, and that was the best thing about that show for me. To be honest, was the amount of time I spent on that.
I mean, like I'm all for like more creativity when it comes to lives. So an intro video or something, or like, you know, just videos in general. Awesome.
Yeah.
So
I liked, especially considering we were a cyber group. I thought if you're gonna be cyberpunk, you kind of, and you have access to doing those kind of things. Like I won't sleep an extra couple hours. Like I'll get that shit done.
moving on with that, how did the both of you decide on the set list?
The set list for this show is actually a lot smaller than what we normally do. A lot of it was kind of the staples we'd already been performing. So we like started with Stand Up Blaze Up, IDOLEYEZ Circus, there was Bring It On. It's usually we've got a bit of a playlist and decide, like, what tends to happen is I find a song and then I send it to Jinx and I'm like, maybe. And then Jinx replies, yes. And that's it. That's the entire conversation. And then I wait like a week later and I've got like a Jinx. Again, it goes back to, I think we're like one of the perfect duos. We're like one functioning brain cell. And it works really, really well for us. We distribute everything and make choices based on our skill and what our strengths are. So as opposed to like highlighting somebody's weakness for the sake of fairness, of like separating things equally. If someone we know can do something better, then we'll like work that in a way that makes it that both members are getting like equal center time. So like a lot of what we do and the way we make choices is like cut and dry for us. We don't need to go back and forth and be like, oh, but I want to do this part. And it's like, I want to do this part. We're just like, oh, that makes sense as a Bibi part. That makes sense as a Jinx part. Beautiful. And we're like, yep, that does make sense. Like we can see a dance or a song and be like, that's Bibi section. That's Jinx's section. That's us. It's just second nature to us. So it's never hard. We'll just find songs and be like, yep, this is you, me, you, done. We're sorted. And like as soon as we hear a song, we're like, yep, that's the Sour Candy song. Like we never really pick a song unless we're 100% sure like that's the one. A lot of I think our repertoire is every single song in it is so powerful, like standing alone, that like when you put it into a set, there's like so many bangers. And I think that's what people really like about Sour Candy is the choice of songs. So that's why we're just very like, if we both don't think this is like the sickest song ever, it's like we'll save it for a different time. we might circle back to it.
In addition to like the duo songs, the both of you had solos, right? Do you remember what you performed?
Mine is The Last Bullet by Coco, and it's she's a VTuber, but like a fantastic singer. And my main passion has always been singing specifically. And so I really wanted to find a song that would test me in a way. A lot of the songs I end up choosing are like ones that are very vocally challenging unexpectedly. And so I was like, there's this like really high notes that just keep coming in, and there's a really long sustained one at the end. And I was like, you know what? What if I just add extra stress and I pick a really hard song to sing and I learn how to sing this note? And I remember like we do like warm-ups in the car and I'm like, I'm not going to be able to do it. I'm not going to be able to do it. Like the first thing I always get off stage is like so many of our songs I carry the high note. And like there's a lot of like differences like belting. So like I have a very strong like mixed chest belt. So I can do a lot of those and I like feel very comfortable as I'm doing them. But that one is just so high. And so I was a little bit too ambitious when I picked it. So I'm hoping I can do it again, and I've gotten a lot better even than in singing. So I'm hoping to circle back so I can see if I can do it, because it wasn't great. It was okay. It wasn't great.
Was that in the live digest? I trying to remember. It probably was, but I have to go back to that. But like, yeah, I mean, in general, the both of you are really good performers. I mean, I'll save that for like the worst pep talk ever. But like, your vocals are pretty good, so or pretty good, amazing. So
Yeah, we spend like it's like a I think a very common-ish thing now that like a lot of experienced idols push to, at least the newer idols starting up, is we always perform as if we are on stage. So if we're learning choreography, we're learning facials with it, and we're learning a lot of like when we're doing our choreography, because like so many songs are not for 2-member groups.
right.
And almost every single song that we do is not made for 2 people. So we always have to re-choreograph everything. And a lot of what we do is always like, well, how can we just turn this into a moment that's not us just like, yay, yay, yay. Like, how can we convert this into like an interaction with people? Because that's what we're there for. We're there. When we are on stage, it's like, oh, we've been waiting so long to be back so we can like see you can see us. And like, it feels like a hangout. So like whenever we're on stage, I feel like I'm hanging out with my friends. And it's like, we want songs that don't just have us kind of stuck in a box where it's like, this is the choreo, these are the rules, you have to follow the rules, this is the formula. And so I think that's what we tend to do, is just like mess with it enough to get that performance element out and be able to perform as well as we do. It's very like a honed in skill.
I mean, it is a skill to like try to readjust either vocals or choreo made for like 7 people, 5 people into just 2.
Oh yeah.
So
Yep. I tend to it's funny for us, Jinx and I have the opposite vocal style to what our concept you would imagine is. So for me, I have a powerful voice and a very thick tone when I sing. And then, but I'm like, especially like the EDM cutesy one. And then Jinx has a very sweet sounding voice and a very nice, like, airy head voice. And so, but she's the edgy one. Who's like supposed to be loud and yelly, but she's very loud and yelling in the pitch. She's great at that. But obviously, like, using vocals is a very different technique. And so it's very funny in songs. I'm like, the cutesy one is just like, ah! And then like the edgy one's like, oh, this is so sweet. It's just really funny how it always works out that way.
Going back to that, since the both of you did duo songs, solo songs, do you think there's like a difference performing as a solo compared to just a duo?
Yes, one is significantly scarier than the other one. There is like zero fear if I'm on a stage with Jinx, because we always have each other's best interest in heart. Like, we are a lot of there's a really funny one, like as an example that'll help. Is that in Noah's Ark, before my rap sequence, there's a little like dance break, and it's supposed to go like left, right, dun dun dun, and Jinx goes the opposite way to me, so she's supposed to go right, left, dun dun dun, and sometimes she forgets, and so I stand behind her, I wait, and I'm like, which way are you going? Which way are you going? Okay, and then I do the other way. So it's like, if somebody forgets, there's always somebody behind you helping you. Like, I remember Jinx was struggling with her horns at our first Smash performance. She'd accidentally knocked them off and they were stuck. And she was like, I don't, and I could tell that she was like anxious about like, what do I do? And I'm like, throw them. And so like in that moment, it was a positioning where she's behind me and I'm standing in front of her. She just goes, and then we're back, like nothing happened. But it's like, it's not one brain having to do everything, and it's like, if you mess up, everyone knows it's you. Like, it's all comes down to you. It's 2 people working together the entire time, and that's why I think as a duo, so many times you just like, you get caught up because there's so much adrenaline and there's so much energy and there's so much sound, you get so overstimulated that it's like, you're just trying to survive those 15 minutes without like absolutely making a fool of yourself. And so there's been times where like I forget to move position because I'm just like, I know there's like a big section where I need to belt, so I need to control my breathing here. And so I'm not thinking about, oh, I was supposed to transition to this position. I'm still here. And Jinx would be like, noted, and then like stay or adjust to wherever I am. So it's like the other person, it's always just a duo working together to fix everything without anybody knowing. As a soloist, as soon as you forget something, it's like you're there by yourself. There is nobody to lead you through it or to help you. Like if you forget and there's like two people, it's like, oh, you can just like hit a side eye and be like, oh yeah, no worries. Like I can now see you. Or like Sour Candy would position each other's a lot like that because we're like a duo, it's easier. And like almost at all points, there's somebody in front of you that knows it. So it's like, I remember I did the Wonderland like solo live showcase and I was absolutely just like, I had way more anxiety than I normally would performing with Jinx. So I'm like, it's just me. Like, that's terrifying to just, everything comes down to you. There's no one to help you. As soon as you step out into that stage, you need to really back yourself significantly more than in a group because then you have people that are like building you up. Like, you always know that you're safe. Your members are there. They have your back. You have theirs. It's like we behind the stage are like, we're always like, you're there for me, I'm there for you. We do this together. Like we're in this together. If one of us succeeds, fails, we're together. It doesn't matter. When you go up by yourself, like I've done it times to be able to show my sound individually and grow me as a person individually because people can just like get to know me more. But like I could not do solo full time.
When was the last
Too scary.
time you've done a solo? Like,
yeah, like proper full length thing would be the Bibi solo live, which was one of our like longest shows. I think the entire event was like 3 hours or 3.5 hours. And I think I did like 16 songs or something. And like majority of those were just like, I was in every single one. And it was like, I look back on those videos, there's like a VOD on our YouTube. And I'm like beyond proud of myself, but I remember like the days leading up to that was just like pure stress. And it's like I watched like if I watch the full thing back, I'm like, I messed up that. I messed up that. I messed up. Good thing that the digest only has to be like 30-second videos. That's why there's not full length VODs. But yeah, I like it because I got to basically be like, this is the Bibi side, which was like I had the sparkliest, pinkest, ruffly dress. And I had 2 fits, so like the other one was pink and sparkly, had butterflies. So I could do more of the songs that I wanted to do. So it was like Magical Girl and Chocolate, Why Could They Go Man, and like songs that necessarily aren't Sour Candy. We could never perform together. So we did like Dive to Blue, which was a really cute one that Jinx and I do. But I do it as an opportunity to be like, it's my birthday, thank you everybody. This is like a gift from me to you for like supporting. But outside of that, I haven't like specifically or want to kind of do solo stuff. Like my heart is in Sour Candy. It's like my baby. I conceptualized everything, so I'm like, I want it to blossom and grow, and I don't need to do my own thing because I think my thing is Sour Candy.
I mean, there's like a lot of idols that I've interviewed on here, like soloists that like yearn to like be in a group, and like they just want to be in a group and like not do solo stuff, but they have to.
Yeah,
out of like
it's
circumstance. So
yeah, it's so lonely. When you're the only person in a room practicing, it's like you have to have your back, and it's like, say there's moments where you're like stressed and overwhelmed, and you're like, I'm just gonna cry. You're by yourself. Like there's been times where like Jinx and I are absolutely stressed out of our minds because like we're preparing for something and we want to make sure it's perfect, but like we have each other. So it's like there's always a pep talk of like, no, you've got this. You just have to breathe. You just have to calm down, stay in the zone, and we have this. There's like somebody always being really affirming to one another, as opposed to like when you're practicing by yourself. It's also really hard to have motivation when you're practicing by yourself. It's like you don't have somebody to kind of keep you aware, and also, it's a word I'm thinking of, accountable. They don't like, there's someone there to keep you accountable. It's like if you fail, then we fail. That's not you're failing yourself. It's like you now have somebody else to think about, like somebody else that you need to work hard for, and that makes it that little bit easier to find motivation if you're like a procrastinator like me who likes to wait to the very last end to do something. I'm like, it's not fair, I'll go practice.
I mean, I get that too. I'm a constant procrastinator, but yeah. Going back to the debut event, how did you feel about it overall?
I was really, really proud of us. We spent most of our time practicing for that show in a garage. So like to go from performing in a very dark garage that's cold and freezing, and then, you know, being able to put on our own show, have our costumes just as we imagined it, the intro video just as we imagined it. It was all so surreal. Oh, I have a coffee being delivered to me, sorry. And to think back, I only have fond memories of that show. It's like our we did it moment. And I think it'll always stay as our we did it moment. Because I think we both just kind of gave it everything we had. By the end, we were absolutely exhausted, but like we were like, wow, we were able to do that. Like, I'm so proud of both of us.
So going from that, you had like that was 4 years ago. You have done a lot of shows ever since then. Were there any notable shows that you want to talk about in between that and
Yeah.
present day?
I've hilariously both the rave shows. I would have to say, like, personally for me is Bibi Solo Live, because that was I put so much effort into that show. Also had an intro video. And that was like a lot of work, significantly more songs than we'd ever done in a show, even as a duo. So like I really went like to the moon with it, with my dreams. I was like, I'm gonna have everything in this one show, and I'm going to like, I had a costume change. It was the very first time Sour Candy performed Anarchy. I was like, I don't care that it's a week out. I want this song in my show. So Jinx was like, okay, send me the lyrics. And so like that one for me was like a very big turning point of, wow, I can actually do this. I'm very confident in myself and my abilities for this show. And just the way like there were mistakes, but I don't think anybody noticed per se. So like I was able to kind of show how far I'd come as an idol and how I could carry myself. And then the Anna Rave ones are like Hoshi. That was our first Annie Rave performance. And that was just kind of like really, really big moment for us, because that was like Jinx had like posted it to our Twitter, that she'd posted it to like our Instagram of like the clips, and we put the VOD up. And then like so many fans of Europedelic in Japan, as well as like Europedelic members themselves, were like commenting on the videos. And I was like, the hell is happening? And like they were sharing it and just being like, Sour Candy, our sisters are so cool. And we were like, you know us. And like it's been like a really, really cool relationship. And so like being able to have like personal friends with one of the members is just insane. And then just them commenting on our stuff still and are always so supportive of Sour Candy was like, it all came from that performance. Like we did their cover of Noah's Ark, because they weren't originally having anyone, because I deemed it like a week out. Good old DMs. I'm telling you, it works every single time. I DM'd them and they were like, I was like, we're a 2-member group. I can bring our own microphones. Like I made it as easy as I possibly could. And I think that helps when you're trying to like reach out, is if you give them everything that they don't have to spend effort or time on it, it's like, oh, that's so much easier to accept. So I was like, I can bring our own microphones. I can, we will just show up. All we need is like 5 minutes sound check and then we're good. Don't worry about it. And they were like, we can give you 5 minutes, because they weren't originally planning on it. So they had all of their DJ lineup already like set. We can give you 5 minutes. I was like, I only need 5 minutes. Thank you. Goodbye. And so we chose, I was like, Noah's Ark is the song. Like there's no question about it. Noah's Ark is the song. And Jinx and I just absolutely locked in. We got to the performance, had fun. We're big fans of Annie Raves anyway, so we just partied the entire time. We said we were gonna leave at like 12. we left at like 2 a.m. About it. We always say that we're gonna leave on time. But it was such like so many people like know us from that specific show, and Europedelic knows us from that show. It's like one of my favorite ones. All the photos from that show were so cool. And just the fact that we were able to make such an impact in 5 minutes is like insane. And I was like, I knew we can do it. We have the presence. We can kill it. You don't need any more than that. And then we were invited back and got to do like a full 15-minute set. Like, so they were like, yeah, we know what you can do. Let's give you more time. And I was like, great, thank you. But I think probably for both of us, like one of our absolute tops is Hyperdrive in Brisbane. So that one's run by Mirai Nights, another Annie rave, and they had basically like reached out and was like, "This is the date. Are you available?" Question mark. And I was like, "We can be. Why?" And they were like, "Do you think you could come to Brisbane?" And we're like, "Brisbane? That's what?" And yeah, we were invited to come and perform at their event with like other Brisbane idols who we absolutely love. We had so much fun. And it was like absolutely a dream come true. We're going to Brisbane. We bought our tickets. We had we stayed with people that we knew up there. And then like as like time was going on, they were like, "Oh, we're gonna start announcing like the performers. We're gonna start doing our promotions." And they were like, "Okay, so we're just gonna like this is like the announcements. Sour Candy, our headlining idol group." And I was like, "Oh, you're what now?"
Headliners. Wow.
You're who now? And I was like message Jinx. I'm like, "Headlining what now?" Are they talking about us? And they were like, "Yeah, you're our headliners." And I was like, "Oh my god, stop." And like it made it even better that like Tatsunashin was the DJ that was headlining that specific event. Big fan. He also produces for an idol group called Pastel Radio, which I really enjoy their music. It was like insane that not only like we were performing at a show in Brisbane, like we had been invited to perform, we were invited as headliners. And there was like all this like promotions of like Sour Candy, the headlining idol group from Sydney. And we were like, what is this? What is this? It feels so out of place for us. But like it was so cool because I feel like we kind of always coast a little bit under the radar. We're always trying to find that moment to finally kind of like break through so people know generally more about Sour Candy. We're always kind of there, we're just not bursting through the ceiling yet. And it was just like the fact that somebody was like, "We want you as a headliner." We were like, "Oh, stop, I'm gonna cry." Like that is that peak moment of like, "Oh my god, do people know us?" And the same team, like when they chose us to perform at their Sydney Annie rave for Metamorphosis, they were like, "We just had people just messaging us that we need Sour Candy at our Annie rave." And I was like, I'm sorry, what now?" Like, yeah, everyone wants Sour Candy at their Annie rave events. And I'm like, let's go. That's me. That's Jinx. That's me. That's us.
That's crazy.
Which is crazy. Yeah, I was like,
Headliners.
yeah, I'm like, wow, people like in that community really relate to us and how well we integrate into the culture. And it's like Annie rave is a second home to me. So like being able to perform in such like a freeing and welcoming and loving space is just like, that's the best stage for me. And I 100% think Jinx agrees. It's like, it's a different feeling. It's a different energy. Sometimes at like regular shows, Sour Candy has to like kind of restrain what we can do. Like there's some songs like Cyberdelic Fighter has some very raunchy original choreography, and we're like, "Oh, we can't do this song even though it's such a great song because it's not appropriate for all audiences, and we cater our sets to the events." But like at Annie raves, we just get to like really go like 100% on our sets and just do them as they were originally done by the artists and like give full love and appreciation to the original. And so like it feels really good. And plus I mix the sets like custom. I got my little DJ controller over here. And so I love that specific event had my favorite set that I've ever done. There was just so many great transitions that I came up with, and I like always want to find ways to reuse that set. Like the entire set mix is just like, I cooked that.
I was gonna ask like the difference between like performing at an Annie rave and then performing at Taipon, and I guess you definitely just answered it, which is like different songs that you can perform and different choreos. So
yeah, it's not so much about, I think there's already like a listeners of idol performances should always be for the audience. You're performing to them, not at them. And so like there's still that kind of connection between idol and audience that we have. But at Annie raves, it's just like it's just that extra level of more freeing. So it's like you don't have to say information a lot. You don't have to execute choreo super cleanly. It's just like, am I allowed to swear?
Yeah, you're good. Like every
Okay.
Australian that's been on the show
Yeah,
has
no, I've been
swears.
trying so hard not to, and I don't think I have yet.
Yeah, you're good.
It's like, yeah, it's an Australian culture to swear every 5 seconds. So we have a song we do called Netstand Buckson, but if you listen to it really closely, they're actually in the background saying "Let's get fucked up," but they like cover it up so that it sounds like Netstand Buckson. And so like if we do it at like a convention or a Thai event, we go like Netstand Buckson. But at Hyperdrive, we're like, we're gonna say it with our chests. Like there's like a clip of us just like we like stop dancing, we're like, let's get fucked up. It's like that's just the fun of anime, is to be able to do that kind of stuff. It's just that's my favorite thing to do. Every time we do like I'm like, oh, we're doing Netstand Buckson for this show. Jinx is like, can we say it? And I'm like, no, we can't say it for this one.
Ooh, good question from Mimi Moro, aka Mimi from Dreamseek, who will be on the show next Friday. I have to get that promo out. But she asks, are any rave idol performances common in Australia? I don't think I've seen any in the States. We have any kura in America, but like it's not real. Like idol performances in like a any kura isn't very common here. So
Yeah, I would say in Sydney, there's like specifically Sydney, there's a really, really big not market. Oh, the word's not coming to me. I'll think of a different one. There's like in Sydney alone, Mirai Nights has done events. So there's Metamorphosis that they've done in Sydney. So they do tours. Neko Nation is doing an event in July. Then Yokai Beats. I'll come back to Yokai Beats. And then Hoshi. And then there's also like regular, like I think Cos Raves does a really regular one. And there's honestly just always something happening in the anime scene for Sydney. It's a very, very strong, a lot of foundation built. For me, it's like Yokai Beats is like the regular one that does it like it's like there's like a one for each quarter. Or it's first and half, second half of the year. I do their emceeing. And then Sean, who does behind our merch table if you've come to our events, anybody. He does their like gaming and esports side. So like we've been associated with them for so long. And like because all of the anime scene is so connected, I think almost all of them have been about like either connected to or are part of the same team, so they all know each other. It's really easy for I think us he's in that's him. Check out Redacted Esports. So they all know each other, and so being attached or connected to them has really helped us. I know it's really big in Sydney. There are events like Neko Nation Perth. There's Mirai Nights does their main events in Brisbane. I think we're just really lucky to be in Sydney because that's where there's a lot of opportunities for anime performances. There are some in Melbourne as well, but like Australia specifically, I would say Sydney has a lot, if not all of them. And then the rest is like Melbourne and then Brisbane, I'd say. But yeah, I've pretty much just always been around. So it helps for Sour Candy to get a lot of them is if you're in the community, you know the community. Like it's so much easier. It's asking somebody you see at Annie Raves, like, do you want Sour Candy? Like, wait, you know us, I know you. This is like, it's all about relationships as opposed to just like applying to Smash is like an application you send in, as opposed to be like, you've seen me in the community, you know, we have the same love of Annie Rave, like, let's do something. And then, yeah.
When it comes to the Annie Rave scene, what, like, in the future, what more do you want to see from it?
I don't know, because a lot of the there's like different perspectives I can have here. As a like attendee, I just love I'm just a big fan of music in all honesty. Like anything EDM, hardstyle, happy hardcore, UK hardcore, hard dance, any of those, like that genre of music is my thing. So I can always just go to an event and just be dancing. Like there's always the running joke that sour candy will always be the first on the dance floor and be the last to leave. There's like so many shots from Hyperdrive where it's just sour candy like front and center in the pit, just like dancing and having fun. There's even at the end, a DJ friend of mine, Dusk, is doing his set, and I was up on stage with LED fans dancing as well. It's, I think the community is just already so amazing and supportive, and that's why I love anti-rave performances. It's just like, yeah, the dance floor is home. It's just like, I can't even explain how good the culture is with the people you meet and how supportive it is. Like, it's just so easy to talk and make friends and just hang out, and like the amount of times that you'll just get stopped and like complimented on what you're wearing, or like you're such a good dancer. Like for Yokai Beats, Jinx and I like do stage dancing, not performing. So like we just dance along to the music and then try to get everyone involved and wanting to dance as well. And it's just like you come off for like a drink to just like calm down and get some air. And there'll be 3 people who are just like, I love your outfit, you look really cool. And it's like, me too, I love your outfit. Like it's just so, the vibes are so good. And so there's nothing I'd really change. Just more happy hardcore. Give me all as many, if anything, more events. A lot more events. Give me one almost every second week.
I mean, yeah, it's very interesting to hear about the anti-rave scene. I think like the only time I've talked about the anti-rave scene on IDOLEYEZ was with Peony Astera, and that was like 2 years ago. Very big Anikota, I guess, person really loves the rave. I think they were in Japan and they've like been to like several different events like that. So yeah.
I think it's like for me, I like go to both anime raves as well as like regular raves. So like go to HDID and Knockout, and like just a really big fan of the music. And so it's just, I'm always down for any opportunity to have that, like to go 150 plus BPM. Let's go, like microwave sounds. So Candy started doing songs with microwave sounds. Like for me, it's just like there's not enough events. That 100% just be it, because I didn't get tickets to Knockout. And I've got to wait for the next anti-rave to get my EDM fix.
I do want to ask, like, outside of Sour Candy, are there like any other idols also involved in that scene, or like that have performed at those events?
There are so like Fables performed at, I think it was Hoshi Melbourne, and CTRP did the Sydney one, but I think I'm trying to think. I mainly know the Sydney ones. And New Zero was meant to, but I think they were sick and couldn't do it. But there's like a lot of Amuse has done it too. There's a lot of groups that kind of like do it, perform, and then
Just
they're like, yay.
yeah. But
Yeah.
you guys,
And I think
like,
we kind of
perform
live and breathe it.
Yeah.
Yeah, they can't get rid of us. I think that's honestly why, like, besides us like really making connections and being a part of it, loving the community, it's not just like let's perform and then go home. It's like they know we live and breathe it, and so like they get great footage of Sour Candy dancing from like 9 p.m. until 2 a.m. We just get told, I'm like, guys, you know, you don't have to stay after your performance. You guys can go. We're like, no, we're still here and we're never leaving. But yeah, I think because I think we show like unintentionally, because we just love dancing and having fun, that we're really there for the event, not for us. It's not we're there to perform and then like leave. We've had our moment. Sour Candy got to perform in front of people. We're like, oh my god, we get to be 10% of this like really sick event. That's insane. Like that's cool. Let's go do that. Like that's fun. And then like we get there first as soon as that first DJ's up, because like I feel for the first DJ of the night. Like you're opening and like nobody's in yet. You have to start playing before their doors open. So like we are always, because we're in there because we've like set up our merge table. We're always on the dance floor dancing with the DJ, like pointing at them like, yes, yeah, yeah. And they're like, hey. And like we love providing that energy so early on for them. And then we'll just dance the entire time because it's like set the tone. Because otherwise people come in and they're scared just like, if they're like the early ones to like dance, they need a few drinks. And it's like, nah, we do it without any drinks. Just
No
get out
drinks,
here.
stone cold sober on the dance floor.
Yeah. Every single time we're like, we won't have any drinks until like we're done performing. And then like at the end we're just still like, we dance so much. Alcohol does nothing to us. We're never tipsy or anything. We're just like, sweat, it's gone. We're fine. We're just literally for the sake of just, it's so much fun to go to any raves and dance.
Like, I've never been to one. I mean, like, Northwest Idol Fest had an Anikura, but like that doesn't really count. Sounds
Yeah,
fun
I
over
think
there.
there's
So
yeah, there's like a difference. I think Anikura tends to lean more like anime EDM sounding songs. There's remixes, but a lot of like what is now like super prominent is just like a really hard lean into specifically like your hardcore, hard dance, hard style, anything that's hard. It's really, really become like super intense, which is really, really cool. I think it's because of up tempos now like everywhere. And so like it feels like a regular rave. Like you'll hear rave like one of my favorite DJs, DJ's Workery. He did like the longest set at Yokai Beats of back to back with him and Danime. And their set is just like mix it like K-pop. He's got the best K-pop remixes, like Hardstyle, Celebrate, and like goes into Hardstyle, Illit, Magnetic. It's crazy. But he's got all of this like a great rep of like Hardstyle, K-pop. He's got the amazing remix of Ice Cream where it's like ice cream and it's like choco minto hi, and then it's like instead of them answering their ice cream flavors, it's just like Hardstyle sounds being drilled at you. So it's like nani ga suki, dun, 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 dun. It's so much fun. So it's like a lot of the sound for Sydney scene is really, really intense and high energy and powerful and more in line with like hardstyle raves as opposed to like I hear a lot of hardstyle classics, which is so much fun because as a big like hardstyle fan, I'll hear it and I'm like, oh my god, let's go. I even had one of the DJs at our Hoshi performance, which is our last anime performance, that was like, I was so surprised you knew all the classics. And I was like, yep, I'm aware. I did my homework. This is my stuff. I love this.
moving from the Annie rave scene, might as well go into our final section, which is future / retrospect. I think I did ask like what your favorite performance was.
We went through Hyperdrive, Hoshi, Bibi Still Alive.
So a lot of any rave. Do you want to like? Do you remember like the most tough performance that you've done?
I feel like it has to be one. There's so many. Maybe I'd have to say it would probably be. There's like different ones. There are honestly, actually, there was one we did, and it was Vocaloid centered, and you were either like singing or dancing, and so we had gone dressed as Jinx was Gumi and I was Miku, and we had done like I had done like a Miku solo, Jinx had done like a Gumi solo, then we did like 2 songs together, and that show went for 3 hours before we even touched the stage. I was in a Miku cosplay for 3 hours. My collarbone hates like weight being put on it, and so like her like high neck thing was just like my collarbone was in agony, and like I had to have like somebody like Jinx would be behind me with like her fingers in like the under like my sleeves so she could lift the weight off of me so I could have some relief for like a period of time. and it was the worst experience. We finally like got up to perform, and I was just like making so many mistakes. 'Cause I was exhausted. I couldn't. It was so hot in the venue. I was in cosplay. I'd been there for 3 hours. My body was aching, and then I had to dance. And by the end, I think I just walked off and I started crying. I was like, I don't even know what that was. I feel so. I'm a perfectionist, and I make sure everything I do is like 100% plus. And so like I came off and I just felt so defeated because I was like, I feel like everything there was stacked against me, and if I was good enough, I still could have succeeded, and I didn't. And I was like, well, I suck. So I remember like going out, they had like the mics that they were passing along to like introduce people. I'm like, I'm Bibi. I'm sorry for whatever that was.
Oh my
Please.
god.
I'm sorry. I will hopefully give you a better performance. Please. I'm so sorry. Bye. And then like cried. Because I just felt like I gave everybody the worst performance, and it was embarrassing. And thankfully people were like, it wasn't that bad. I understand where you're coming from, because that was a long ass show. It was boiling hot in that venue, and I was just in cosplay the entire time. But like it was so much like mentally to be trapped in an uncomfortable fabric that traps heat. And like I did not know the show was going to be that long until like we were there, and I was like, we're only at this act. We're last, like dead last. And like that also is a lot of pressure. I prefer to at least be first. If we're choosing between last and first, I will be first any day of the week. That's so much easier because like we can set that energy, that's fine. But like finishing big and being like that's a lot of responsibility to be last. And I was like, I just messed that up. That was terrible. Please nobody perceive me for the next 2 months. And yeah, it was like, oh, I think I didn't even remember it straight away because my brain's like, do not remember this show. Cute Miku photos, but that's it.
When was that?
Don't know, 2-3 years ago maybe. It was like one of the very earlier tie bands that we did. So no, it wouldn't have been last year, maybe last the year before or the year before that, yeah. So 2-3.
Gotcha. So talked about favorite, talked about toughest. Might as well talk about your set list in general. What would you consider your favorite song that you've performed?
I don't know. I think I would say that like Noah's Ark has to be it. I almost had that as a solo. And then I was like, no, it's too good. And if Sour Candy does it, we can do it a lot. We can do it great. And because my favorite part is that I just want a bad boys, dun, dun, dun. And like that became like a really, really huge part with like a lot of our central community. They love to like run up to the edge of the stage and be like, because it like shouts back, oh my god. And so they're always like, oh my god. And then like they wear like sunglasses and they're like, we're the bad boys, we're the bad boys. And so it's always like before we do that part, I have like an ad lib where I'm just like, do you know what I want? And they're like, yes. And so it's like, there's so much fun, really, really good parts in that song. There's like one where we put like a hand out and then it's like, you act like you're getting like shocked with the audience. And it's just like, there's just so many good fan audience involvement parts that I think that one's fun. But then I also like Bad Girl because the vibes are just like, all of it's like bad gal. And you get to be like really cute and sassy. Yeah, that's a good.
Coming from that favorite song you've done, going into the future, what do you want to perform on a future set list?
I've already got new songs added. I sent Jinx like again, it's the message of I sent Jinx like a YouTube video of one of Pastel Radio songs they recently performed, and I just sent it and I was like, no words, just a link. And Jinx was like, yep. And I was like, I'll send you the lyrics, learn it. Like that's literally the comment. It's that quick. I want to add a few more hardstyle driven songs. And then I would love to add our own music because there is so many that I love because I've written a good majority of all the songs. I think I've written almost every single song bar one. So like there's one song that's like I wrote it for myself, and so that one's like a very special one for me, and I'm like, I know it's in the dungeon, I want to perform it. And like we've got like songs where we put choreo to it, and I'm like, we just need to dance and perform it and do it.
So, before this interview, you did send me something. Do you want me to show
Yes,
it
I
now?
did. Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna show it, and you can talk about it. All right.
So this is my threat to Jinx, who's in chat. This is my calling out moment. Jinx, get in the studio. Yeah. Talk shit now. So we have performed Hacked at Smash. The amazing Tilda choreographed it for us. It was such an amazing process. I love them. They also are like they love going to raves as well, so they kind of get our style and our energy. And so it's a really, really fun song to do. And then we have had like originally there was like 9 songs and it's gone down to 6 and now it's down to 5. But they're all finished. Lyrics are done. They just need to be recorded, but Jinx is too scared to get in the studio. This is why we need to publicly shame her. Get her in there. Do it for me. Yeah, so in the bottom right hand corner, so this is the original. So Lovesick Virus is if you're in our close friends, if you're not, DM me and I can add you. I spoil like the lyrics. I do my like demos of me singing them. And so Lovesick Virus has been a work in progress since 2024. It's down there in the corner, or this side because I'm mirrored. It's down in the corner. It actually says, yeah, circa 2024, which is really, really funny because I'm like, I love this art. I'm not getting a new album cover made. This was my concept from the start. I'm like, I want a heart, I want wires, I want it to be cyberpunky. This is the vision. And so it's really funny that it's still in the bottom right of the corner. I'm just like, if anyone asks, I'm just gonna at Jinx. But yeah, it's hopefully will be our EP release. It's entirely done. It's conceptualized through me. I have a big love of music and big love of writing and poetry and words. So yeah, to be fair, it is entirely, but yeah. She knows it. And so there's so many songs that have a lot of like finally being able to say my feelings and reactions and experiences. And like Jinx and I shared so many experiences, and so I'll send lyrics and be like, this is the bars, and she's like, that's fire. And that's kind of how it all comes about. I think this particular EP has, I'm not in any way to rush it. I think when you look at like full-time artists with companies backing them, like music takes time. It should really reflect you, how you feel, and what you're trying to say. And so many times do I just feel like the song's not there yet. And I've done so many different versions of these songs. The first version of Lovesick Virus does not sound the same as the last one. I've changed melodies, I've rewritten sections, I've had songs reproduced. Because for me, I'm like, I want to put something out that's really, really reflective of what we can do as artists, not as karaoke people. That's always been my fear, is like, I don't want to sound like I'm singing somebody else's song. I want it to be like, I want it to feel like it has our soul in it. And I'm scared, like that was always like a bit of delay on my part, was I was always scared to release something that didn't have soul. It just felt like, here's a song, goodbye. Like we've both had our like our excuses for like sitting on it for so long. Jinx had more than me. I ain't letting her get away with that. Hopefully we can, the plan is definitely this year, and I'm hoping I can push for it to be like July-ish, if not later, but close to that.
Do you want me to show
Not the end of
the track listing?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Wow.
My song titles are cool. So you can see I put the little like I can't see because I have my glass. Oh no, I do have my glasses. I'm blind as a bat. So we've got our songs. Lovesick Virus is our title track. Hacked has already been heard. Control has not been heard. I don't think at all. Next Level has not been heard at all. And then Neon Lights we actually have performed. Neon Lights we performed at Era Live. And it was originally a ballad. And I decided Sour Candy doesn't do ballads. So now it's an EDM track. So we performed 2 out of those. But like for vibe space, Lovesick Virus is very, I would say, core OG Sour Candy sound. It's that like rock but cyberpunk sounding. It's very edgy in the sense of it's like, won't you cure me of this lovesick virus? It's very like, it's very fun. I don't know how else to explain it. I wrote every single lyric of this song and then it was translated. So there's like some really great rap parts that I have included that I think are just like, I really love imagery. Whenever I work with anybody on lyrics, I'm like one thing they always mention is just like, I always write in pictures and I'm like, yeah, I think that's my style is I try to paint a picture. I'm not trying to tell you something. And I can't have a favorite. Oh, thank you. I was gonna happy birthday in chat. And so Lovesick Virus, traditional sour candy. Hacked is that like more bubbly, repetitive. The entire concept is like we're hacking you with sound, so it's very repetitive. What's in the final version is like it has like the sound, the music, the beat, the sound, the music, repeat, and it like goes in through the back line, so it gets really like, it's like brain scratchy and it makes you like want to listen to it more. So like Jinx and I end up like later just like repeating the melody, so I think that's really effective. And then yeah, Control is very EDM. It's like, feel like I'm about to lose control, and it's like da 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 da, and it has like a really cool drop. Next Level is my absolute favorite. I wrote every single word of that. It's in English. It's staying in English, and it has the longest rap sequence I've ever written in my life. And then Neon Lights has already been heard, and the lyrics are the exact same. And it's just about our beautiful people who support us, and we call them our neon lights. And it's about how even in darkness you can be guided by your neon lights and find happiness. And it's also an EDM banger.
I would ask when this is coming out, but
Jinx still in chat. We have a Jinx in chat. Drop the release date.
Who knows? But I can't wait for this. I love original stuff, original tracks. So yes, I want to hear it. I want to hear it. So yeah. You did talk about your neon lights, your fans.
Yeah.
What
tomorrow? Studio tonight.
So with your fans, what keeps you going, like performing every single show and like all of that?
Yeah, it's hilarious. Like the Neon Light song specifically came about. Like there's lyrics like, the battlefield reveals itself, the neon lights are gone. It's supposed to be like we're set in this very cyberpunk universe, but it's like in my head I picture like a barren wasteland, and it's just you and nothing else. And it's like what once there is like that feeling of a bright cyberpunk neon city, a utopia, and just of like beautiful bright lights. And so like it's all the times we feel, or I felt specifically like alone, even though there's so many people. Like I remember I used to like hyperfixate on how many like pink pen lights there were. Like that was a problem I had. I was like, does nobody want me here? Should I not be here? Is like, am I bringing something to sour candy? Am I enough for sour candy? And that's a good one, Jinx. And I used to struggle with that a lot, feeling like I feel like a lot of what I was doing was like behind the scenes that nobody sees, that makes sour candy what sour candy is. Like sour candy is my brainchild. I made what that is. So it's like, oh, I used to like look out and be like, oh, there was not that many pink. I didn't see a lot of pink. should I be here? And that was kind of like a part of the inspired that song was just like, it's not, you can't hyperfixate on things like that. And like nowadays, it's like I know people who support me are like also people that just don't have pen lights. It's like there's like so many different circumstances to it, and it's not reflective of whether I have value on the stage to people or not. So like for me, that song was really like reminding myself that like I'm performing for people to be happy, not for any kind of validation in myself. I think it's so easy when you're up there, it's like you're so exposed to be like, I need, like, the whole thing is that, like, people are supposed to like idols, right? If I'm not being liked, am I failing? Like, if nobody's like say if they're not like a Bibi or a Jinx or they're not like, they're not buying our Checky, is it a personal thing? Like, that it's so hard to work around that if you don't have, like, a lot of, self-built confidence. Like, a lot of people have to work on confidence. I think now I'm so much better than I was. I was really, really shy. Checky time was terrifying for me because I'm not very good at talking. But I think in that, it's just seeing people smile and you can see the joy you pull out in people. And I think that's why you do it. So like for like our last performance was at Idol Nexus, and it's just like, it's so great. You like almost drop a curtain, and it's not you kind of performing at somebody. You're just like, you feel so comfortable, kind of just drop that, and then you're seeing people, and it's like, you're a human, I'm a human, now we're connecting. It's great. Like, it's like, I love when someone's like got a camera and they're like filming a part that I'm doing, and I get to go up to the camera and I'm just like looking at them, and they're just like, oh, wow. And I'm like, yeah, you exist, I exist, this is so cool, we're having so much fun. And so it's like, that's kind of my moments, is those places where I can just look at someone and be like, let's have fun. This is why I do this. Is just, you have fun, I have fun, let's party. That's it. I think that's very much the sour candy slogan. It's just like, it's just a party. That's what we do. We're just here to have fun.
Yeah, I mean, as a person in the audience, all I want to see is like the performer having fun, and then in return, I have fun. So 2 and 2 together works.
Yeah, hilariously, I come from a gymnastics background, so I did 8 years of gymnastics, and I was elite. I trained for like 40 hours a week. It was hardcore. And so like I came from that background of like, everything has to be perfect. In gymnastics, everything is based on deductions. You do, your stomach isn't tucked in, your chest isn't lifted, your shoulders aren't back. That's a deduction. Like, there's so many of these little elements that are like, everything has to be perfect, perfect, perfect. So like going into Idol, I was like, that's something I had to break down a lot. Is just like, it's not about being perfect. You're not there to put on a perfect performance. You're there to be with your audience and connect with them and have fun together. And it's so cool because I have like when checking time comes around, I get to have so many cool conversations. Ben came with a question once of what would be, I'm a big fan of Gachiakta. And so I was like, what would your vital instrument be? And I was like, I have this charm bracelet that I really, really love. It's super special to me. Like, I try not to wear it just so it's like kept safe at all times. If I do, it's for like fancy events. And I was like, it's got lots of charms. There's like one for my puppy when he passed away. There's one for my birthday from when I was 16 and 18. And like all these like really like crucial moments of my life. And I'm like, what a cool question. This is so cool. We're like getting to have a moment here because I love this question. And then I get to just talk about Gachiakta for like a really long time. And so I was like, I just love it because once you take down that need of being like perfect and presenting something that's perfect all the time, it's just like, you're just people and you're having fun. You just get to be a person.
I think that's like the nature of, I guess, the Kai Guy idol scene and also the Chica idol scene. Is just there to have fun, and also like not everything has to be this way exact, like the biggest like comparison is like K-pop. You have to be one-to-one with everything. You have to be perfect. You have to be like have the same exact facial every single performance. Like, it's not that.
There's no like breaking free of that. Like, it's just like it needs to be like a perfect carbon copy every single time because that's consistency. That's a perfect performer. That's great. And it's just like idols, like and because I'd watched majority of K-pop as my style. I was like, I need to remember, it's not about being perfect. Nobody wants to see a perfect idol. That's great and all, but you can watch a video, right? I'll just go on YouTube. I want an experience. And that's what like Sour Candy's always kind of kept for the forefront of us. It's just like we're presenting an experience every single time. We always say it's like a party. Like I always come back to party. It's like every time we're on a stage, it's a party. We're all just in the same room having a party. Like this isn't a performance you've come to see. We're just all here to dance and have fun. Like so many times do we just like jump and tell them to dance and jump for us and with us, and it's like you and I are equally in this performance. Like this is not you watching me. We're gonna party together.
What else? We talked about original music. We talked about Hacked. What are some goals you want to achieve this year?
This year, I am trying to put together another solo live for a very late birthday, but which is very experimental. I'm working on that event. It's bringing in some DJ friends and trying to run something. It's not per se an idol show, but like IDOLEYEZ rave. That I'm really excited and nervous about because that's something that is very unique to me, and the way that's going to run will be very unique to the community. So I'm hoping it can be done in a way that's works for both rave and idol fans. And then releasing the EP. At least one song. Definitely music. I am also working on something for myself in the background. I've got a great DJ producer who is very, very famous. What they do, I love them so much. They're so good. I'm a big fan of happy hardcore, and I wanted to have a happy hardcore song for myself, so I could have something that's separate from all the stuff I've written for Sour Candy. So hopefully that one does come out because I am working on that currently. But I just live and breathe music, so almost always, even if like we're not working on an EP or music, I'm just still writing songs. I just don't stop. I'll just be like, oh, that's something, and then I'll be like walking to work and I'm just on my phone writing lyrics and coming up with concepts. So definitely this year is music. This year, 100% by the end of the year is music. My own show, Jinx's solo show. She's gotten away from me for years now. I keep when I did my solo live, I was like, we'll both do a birthday live. It's like a rite of passage for idols. You have to do a birthday live. And so since being in Sour Candy, Jinx has not done one. It's like it's a lot of work and it's like very scary. And so I was like, Jinx, this is the year for you. So my goal for this year is that Jinx does a solo live so I can participate and get to watch it. I think she'd do an amazing job and she just needs to get to it. And I'd say that's it. Just being able to, I like to do one more like Sour Candy. We're coming up, was it 4 years now? Very old, and I think we've never done.
Not old. Don't say that.
As we're old, it's my birthday tomorrow. I'm feeling older. For us, I think I'd like to like actually do one anniversary show. We've never done one. We've just kind of kept going year by year by year. We're like, we'll do one this year, and then it's like all the bookings are gone. We're like, not this year. It's every single year. So hopefully this is the one.
Well, 4 years into the scene, into Idol. Since we do have a lot of idols watch the show for some reason, what advice would you tell like someone that is up and coming or like just already in the scene? Any general advice?
Hilariously, I gave this advice at the last Idol Force because Rivera was debuting new members. Girls thing, we were in the bathroom, I was fixing my makeup. My advice is just always to have fun and do it for yourself. At the end of the day, if you go out there and you're trying to make anybody else proud or happy in the sense of at your expense, you're never going to be happy with anything you put out. And the most successful you that you're going to be is a happy you. And like you said, like you like seeing idols that are happy, right? They're having fun on stage. If you see an idol that's too scared to mess up, or they're worried that nothing's perfect, and they're like they're getting in their heads, it's so easy to tell. And like, if this is your debut performance, remember it as being fun. Remember it as you just went out there and you gave it your all. Like, don't think about the things you mess up. Just enjoy it, because you can only debut once.
Right.
So it's like, really, really enjoy the moment and the moments that came before and after. Because I sometimes feel like people, they like, we were lucky. Obviously, like I said, we had like stepping stones before we were even in front of an audience. Some people just get really scared and nervous because it's like, I'm in front of a crowd, I have to do this, and now I have to do everything right. What if I forget this? And they start to like start marking their dances and like going over their lyrics, and I'm like, have you practiced? And they're like, yeah, I've done lots of practice. I'm like, so you know it? And they're like, oh, but I'm scared I'll forget. I'm like, your body will remember anything that you've done. That is the joy of the human body. Is if you forget, your muscle memory will kick in. If it knows it, it knows it. Like, you don't need to. You just go out there and have fun. You let your body do what it knows to do, and just give it what you've got. And they're like, oh, yeah. And then they go out. And as soon as you relax, you just have fun. Like, as soon as you can just, it's just fun. That's all we're here. It's all anyone's here to do, is to sing, dance, and love music that, like, we all love.
I mean, like, yeah. If you're doing this just because, or like, if you're not doing it on on your own terms, it's not fun at all.
No. It's like, if you're doing songs that you hate and, you know, you're there, you don't want to be, it's like, or if you're there and you're like, oh, I need to do this because somebody else wants me to, or I need to do this because I want them to like me, that's when it's hard. And like I said before, I was in that space of like, after every show, I would like get in the car, drive home, and be like, I'm kind of upset. I'm a bit disappointed, because even though I performed well, I was still looking at those pen lights, and that brings down my energy. So I was like, no, it's not about that. It's about me having fun, and it does not matter how many are out there, because I can still leave the best performance I can on that stage. And I think that's what I keep trying to push, is like, don't look at numbers. Numbers suck a lot of the time.
Yeah.
So just do it for you, have fun for you, perform for you, because at the end of the day, when you're going home, when you're on that trip and all that adrenaline leaves, you then are like, oh, am I happy with that? Was that fun? And it's like, if you're just like, yeah, that was so much fun, we just like jumped around the stage and yelled for like 15 minutes, this is great. Like, that's a good feeling to come off a show from. And I think that like Sour Candy took like a hiatus because we were stuck in this, like, we're not having fun. Why aren't we having fun? There's a lot of stuff going on that was affecting us being able to like have fun at shows. And so we like took a hiatus, and then like in that entire time, Sour Candy was still performing, like not performing, practicing at a studio like regularly, because it was just, how can we find how we love to do what we do? Like, how can we rebuild that passion and confidence in what we do? And so we came back and then did a bunch of performances, and now I think Jinx and I can both agree that like, we just know how to do it better now. We're not stuck in our heads about doing something perfect every single time and having to like meet these expectations. We're not chasing an expectation anymore. We're just like, let's have fun. Every single one, it's just about fun. It's not being better than last time. It's not trying to top or being the number one. It's none of that. Like, I think it can be so hard to not compare yourself. And like, if you're seeing all these other groups that like, they're doing more shows than you, they're doing better performances, harder songs, it's so easy to compare. And then you're like, oh, I'm not good enough. And so then it makes it harder to find that motivation to keep going. So I think we just found and got more comfortable in our space and what was our space. And Annie Rave helped that a lot. Like, we felt like at home in what we do and what like Sour Candy is.
Gotcha. I mean, it is good to. I'll keep that for the worst pep talk ever. I'll push it over there. But yeah, I mean, it's good that you found a community that really really wanted you. So for sure. Oh, Jinx is like, if we don't prac for 2 weeks, it feels.
And any Thursday that we don't have a practice because like the studio's booked our time or something always feels wrong to me. I like usually finish work and then I'm just like Jinx is usually in my house already. We're like this, just walks in, she's like, Bibi, and I'm like, not yet. So I was like, just finish it off. When it's like not one of those days, I'm like, oh, it's 5:30. Why is it quiet? I don't like this. I'm like, what do I do with my time?
Moving on from that, is there any, I guess, like Kaigai idols or VTubers that you look up to that you want to shout out?
Yeah, every single one of them. This is in no specific order. My brain's just gonna jump around here. Himizu, I absolutely love and adore Himizu. I think I am a big fan of branding. I can't say it enough. And I'll always go to we're at an event together, the Idol Nexus, and I was like, I love this entire concept of like having votes at your table. It's such a great way to get people to like come to your table without needing to like, they get to know you, they don't have to buy anything, but like it's such a great option to interact. And so I was like, you guys, your song choices, you guys, just everything that you're doing in Himizu, I absolutely bloody adore. I love them. They're just great idols, great people. My love of my life, Amy, now a Vivid. I did their logo. That was really cute. I didn't know they were doing t-shirts for Smash with like the giant logo across it. It was such a fun process too, because Amy just sent me like some notes of like here's some sketches, here's the concepts, we need a logo, and I just like sent one version. They were like, that's the one, and I was like, yippee. And so when they ran to their set at Animaga, they ran to their set at Animaga and they had the logo across like giant on their shirts for their costumes, and I was like, I love them so much. Amy's been by my side through like almost every like major performance that we've ever done. It was super important for me to have them at my birthday live. We sang Ik and I Borderline together. I was like, this needs to happen. I need you. I remember when they were a part of Melon Melt, we'd gone to the show. I still have like a bromide from it, and they're like, you have the bromide? I'm like, yes. So like CTIP in general are all just, again, my sisters. I love them so much and we'll miss seeing them on stage. We get to keep seeing everybody do what they do in different areas now, which is still amazing. You get to see everyone succeeding in what they do. It just keeps going. Fable, I love my Fable girlies so much. They're the best. I look up to both of them a lot. And that's all generations of Fable. So Christy, Naya, Mayhem, I adore every single one of them. A lot of like when we're practicing, we're like, we need to make sure we have like energy. I think Naya and Sunny are like such great energy performers. I mean, like Christy's stage performance is just iconic. So it's like there's so many great community people. Peter is one I'm very close with, and I love Peter too. I think their music as an artist is great. Kohaku Station are like my babies. We like gave them one of their first performances.
I remember like
there's just
there was like a promo for Kohaku. I think it was like 3 members at that time.
Yeah. They did their they performed at my birthday live, and they had us back for one of their shows, and they had like a little video because it was a birthday show, and they had like a special video, and they were like, they had clips from my birthday live, and I was like, stop, I'm going to cry, this is beautiful. My main thing for like guests for Sour Candies, I love platforming upcoming groups, so if I can give different groups a stage, then I love to do that. I love seeing success. I don't think success is only one person's thing. I don't think there's one crown. I think everybody can have a crown, so I try to polish as many crowns as I can.
Anyone else that you want to shout out?
Oh, there is far too many names of people I love, and I'm gonna feel horrible with the ones I've not mentioned. Jinx, I love you. Or you rate me in text message. I don't know. There's so many. I think the Sydney Idol community is just specifically just absolutely killing it. I love everyone that's active. Love Chord is absolutely crushing it. There's just too many names and too many amazing. Static Remix is doing really well now. Been following a lot of their reels. I love them. I'm a big reel girly, so I love content. I like just doom scroll for like a good 30 minutes, 30 hours. Getting all my like idol reels, and I find those are just so much fun to watch. But yeah, I'm hoping I've named a good amount, but there's just so many. There's so many beautiful people in the community. I think, yeah, I love them all. Can I shout out them all? I'm sorry.
Shout out everyone.
Media Mirai! I love you, Mecca, with my life. Media Mirai is beautiful.
Oh, Neonism.
Yes.
Fuda.
Yeah.
Aki.
My Smash schedule is built around Media Mirai. Every single year. I am always like, I need to see Meteor Mirai to add to my Media Mirai JQ. There's so much. They're so good too.
Oh, Jinx says Monia Monia.
Oh yes, Monya Monya. Yes, babies. I love them too. They're also cute and sweet and great performers.
Oh, thanks for giving me potential guest for Idoleyez. Oh, Amuse. Oh, true.
Yeah, she's doing the PR training. She's got it. Yeah, that's the problem. There's so many that are so good. Yeah, I love my Etude. I was wearing my Etude t-shirt to volleyball and it always makes me sad.
I still have like my final live Checky.
Oh,
that's
yeah.
there we go.
Yeah. I get sad because like this Lily used to always come up to us and hug us because like she's so small and we're so tall. I think Sour Candy is like one of the tallest groups in the Sydney Idol community or just in Australian Idol community. There's some really funny photos of like group if like we're standing and like Sour Candy's like here and then everyone else is here. So because Lily's so cute and short, she's like me.
What else? Ooh, question that I always ask everyone. You go back in time, current you, to I guess probably before your first performance. Let's say with before Willow's birthday live. What would you tell the Bibi that was about to go on stage?
Simply put, that you got it. Like I think for me, no matter where like hiatus included that like of like time in Sour Candy, it's all for a good reason. You can't, I think you have to make mistakes to get better. You need to have those moments to improve. You can't, have strength without moments of weakness. It just doesn't work that way. So like I would just say knowing where you wouldn't believe, yeah, honestly. You've got it, you can do it. No. I think, yeah, I would just say you got it. Have fun. It's gonna be great. Trust yourself. You've got Jinx, you've got Sour Candy. It's all good. And then yeah, I think every path and performance and journey that Sour Candy's been on has every single part, bad or good, has been a dream come true. And I love this group so much. I'm gonna block Jinx from chat if I could. She's not allowed to. She's gonna be like, "Oh my god, where you like me?"
No. Speaking of performances, are there any performances that you can confirm or like announce?
I can. Yeah, Necker Nation. Sour Candy is a part of the headlining idol section for Necker Nation. So we'll be performing just before Teddy Lloyd, which is actually insane.
Wow.
I know. I didn't know who the main DJ was for the headliner, and then like they were like, oh yeah, so we're gonna be putting out the graphics and that soon. I'm like, great, I'm keen to see the set list and all that and see who's like gonna be a part of it. And I saw it and I was like, oh, that's insane. I'm so beyond excited. It's going to be so much fun. But yeah, we're performing a Sour Candy set just before his set, and then there's gonna be a Niantic portion to see where we're cat girls. Love Live, doing Love Live songs. So we're finally getting our Love Live arc. I feel like everybody started doing Love Live songs. Yeah, and we didn't. We went straight to angry, screamy songs. So we're finally getting that. Yeah, so we are very excited to kind of have that moment. And I will also be emceeing. So I'm gonna be very busy at Neko Nation in Sydney. I'm emceeing, performing in 2 different sets, and then probably dancing a lot. You'll be very tired by the end, but that's our next big performance. And there is a Bibi solo live. It's coming, just not yet announced. It's in the works. But the one that's definite is Neko Nation.
If you are in, I guess, Australia, in the area, go support Sour Candy.
Yeah. We're fun. We have lots of fun. It's like a party. Big party. Come for a big party.
Well, this concludes the interview portion of IDOLEYEZ, but we have one segment that people like for some reason, which is called the worst pep talk ever, where I, Eggy Drago, give you, Bibi of Sour Candy, a pep talk for 1 minute, and it's terrible every single time, but people like it. I don't know why, but
I'm so excited. Yippee.
1 minute. Bibi, I want to see the. I really want to hear like the original songs that you guys are producing. Whenever that comes, whenever that may be, I will be there, no matter what. But yeah, like in general, having that concept of EDM, I guess like having that it. What am I trying to say? See, worst pop talk ever. It stands out a lot compared to everyone else, and I really appreciate that. I really appreciate that you guys found a community that really wanted you. Any rave. And it's very unique that the anime rave scene and you guys are just together. Usually idol groups are just at Taibons and whatever, but you guys perform at any rave, and that's cool. That's awesome. Also, I love your vocals. Please keep singing.
Thank you.
Yeah. What else? We're over a minute. See, this is terrible. But honestly, I want to see that birthday live. I want to see more footage of you guys. Please keep the YouTube page updated or something. Please. I'm here in the States. I don't have anything.
I know. We're working on it. As you mentioned like the video last time, I was like, oh, our YouTube needs to be updated. I keep forgetting.
But yeah, honestly, Sour Candy is awesome, and I love the concept, and I keep on going. I want to hear the original stuff. That's all.
Yes.
See?
This year.
Minute 30 or terrible every time. So, yeah.
No, I loved that so much. Thank you so much.
But if you haven't followed Sour Candy at all, or if you know them but haven't followed them at all, there's their card. Sour Candy has, what does it have? Your YouTube, Instagram, the website where you can buy stuff, Twitch. Twitter does not exist. Should probably remove that. Yeah.
Please, get in there. Fix it up.
And also Mirai Nights, which I'm pretty sure already happened. But yeah.
See? That's it. I'm having words. There's a list cooking.
But thank you, Bibi, for being on the show. But yes.
Thank you for having me.
Support them. Support Sour Candy. Support Bibi. Support
we're cool.
Like all the cosplay posts and stuff.
Yeah. You can trust me, I'm not biased. Sour Candy, peak.
But yes, this concludes this episode of IDOLEYEZ, but we are going and just blazing through interviews because next Monday, which is I think Tuesday for you guys, we're gonna have Made Latte from Asayora Maid Cafe, and their idol group Moe Age. For a good comparison, their AGS 10-2 if they went on for a little bit longer than 2020, but basically the US version of AGS 10-2, and they're awesome. Latte's cool. She's a great dancer. So yeah, that'll be May 15th, 4 p.m. PST, 7 p.m. EST. I think that'd be 9 a.m. your time on May 16th. So catch the VOD. But yeah, if you missed any part of this episode, this will be up on YouTube tomorrow, tomorrow morning. So Yeah.
Yippee.
Catch that on Idolize. YouTube.com/@
Yay.
idolize101. Yeah, I'll announce that on stories on Twitter. And then Sour Candy will probably mention that. Yeah.
Yep.
That is all. So, that's it. Take care, brush hair, be kind, rewind. We'll be going to our ending screen. I really have to. Where is it? Ending screen. All right, muting mic.
Thank you so much for having me.